Endochondrial ossification is the process through which most of the bones of the body are formed. I have broken the process down into a series of 7 steps. Step 1 starts off with a hyaline cartilage model of the bone. As the cartilage enlarges, chondrocytes contained within the cartilage lacunae in the center of the bone increase in size. A series of small struts soon begin to calcify. The enlarged chondrocytes then die and disintegrate, leaving the cavities. Step 2 is where the blood vessels grow around the edges of the cartilage and the cells of the perichondrium turn into osteoblasts. The shaft of the cartilage then becomes encompassed in a superficial layer of bone. Bone can be measured using a system called the Haversian system, where an osteon is 1 unit of bone. In step 3, the vessels go through the cartilage to the central region. Fibroblasts migrating with the blood vessels differentiate into osteoblasts and start producing spongy bone at the primary ossification center. Bone formation then spreads along the shaft towards the epiphysis and on both ends of the bone. Step 4 consists of growth and remodeling of the medullary cavity. The osseous tissue of the shaft becomes thicker and the cartilage near each epiphysis is replaced by shafts of bone, while continuing to increase in length and diameter. Step 5 is where capillaries and osteoblasts migrate to the epiphysis, creating secondary ossification centers. In step 6, the epiphysis becomes filled with spongy bone. The metaphysis are relatively narrow cartilaginous regions called epiphyseal cartilage. Now separates the epiphysis from the diaphysis on the other side of the metaphysis. Osteoblasts continually invade the cartilage and replace it with bone. New cartilage is also produced at the same rate on the epiphyseal side. At the bottom, you can see within the epiphyseal cartilage the chondrocytes are organized into zones. The blue section shows the chondrocytes that continue to divide and grow. The middle area shows the chondrocytes that degenerate at the diaphyseal side. And the lower part, the brown region, shows the osteocytes that migrate upwards as the cartilage is replaced by bone. Step 7 is the last stage of bone growth. At puberty, the rate of epiphyseal cartilage production slows and the rate of osteoblast activity accelerates. As a result, the epiphyseal cartilage gets narrower and narrower until it disappears completely. This event is called epiphyseal closure. The former location of the epiphyseal cartilage becomes an epiphyseal line that remains after epiphyseal growth has ended. At the top of the diaphysis, a thin cap of the original cartilage remains exposed to the joint cavity as articular cartilage. It prevents joint damage from bone-to-bone contact.